How to hypnotize yourself not to drink. I'm here with a real-life hypnotist in Stockholm, Sweden, Erik Olkiewicz. First of all, before we explain how to hypnotize yourself not to drink alcohol, what do you do as a hypnotist?
Well, as a hypnotist, I hypnotize people up on stage. I meet people, it's mostly corporate crowds, and I, invite people up on stage and I hypnotize them to do, fun things like hypnotize them not to find their mouth when they want to drink water.
Really?
That's a good one, yeah.
So what? So you get them up on stage,
yeah,
and then you put them into a trance,
yes,
I'm assuming, and then you give them a glass of water and say, drink the water, and they're putting the glass to the side of their face.
Yeah, they're like, this is what it looks like. And I've had people pour it on their head.
Really?
Yeah, the last show, the guy poured it on their head. That would be
This
good
is a great thing for alcohol.
Yeah.
This is how you stop yourself drinking. Can you hypnotize the viewer now? Or you have to do it in person?
Stop drinking. That's right.
All right, we're in Stockholm, Sweden here. What's the name of this square?
This is Norrmalmstorg. This is the city center of Sweden. That's how Stockholm I am. This is the city center of Stockholm.
That's the hotel I'm staying in there,
Yeah.
the Novus Hotel.
Yeah.
All right, so how do we hypnotize ourselves? Not where we're like doing this thing, but how do we, create this vision in our mind, if you like, to not drink alcohol on an ongoing basis?
Yeah.
How do we do it?
Number one is actually that you're doing this for a reason. And when you're at the bar, I want you to do some kind of visualization. That imagine that you're at a crossroad and you have the decisive moment right now to either order a drink or you can order water. But I want you to just extend that time frame. Imagine that there has been 10 years. You're at the same bar and it has been 10 years. And imagine now that you have been drinking alcohol habitually for 10 years now. Let's say that you're 30 right now or 40. Imagine 10 years, which means that it's in the year 2025.
25.
Me and Matt.
Or 26, depending
26.
on when you're watching this, yeah?
Yeah. And imagine that you're at this bar and you've been drinking alcohol. Just imagine, what will your skin look like? If you've seen people who are drinking, they're all like red and mushy and everything, they're not attractive at all.
Right.
All that
You can
fat.
see it, they are weathered in the face.
Yeah. You don't want to be one of those, but imagine that you are. Imagine that you are. And then imagine, that belly, the belly,
yeah.
You're standing there with that belly. Imagine what your relationships will be like if you have been just, talking to people, but when you're drunk. And when you're drunk, you're not really yourself. So, you maybe curse at your boss, or you have this dispute with your partner, your male partner, female partner.
Right. So we're painting a picture that's pretty dark and bleak, right?
Yeah. And also your libido.
Libido.
Yeah.
I'll do the American / Australian pronunciation of the libido.
Libido.
Come on, let's spin around here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're essentially saying then is, if you continue on this path that you're on right now, maybe you're having one drink a night every night of the week, and you don't think that's a big deal. But is it not a big deal? Because maybe it is. Because maybe that's affecting your sleep, and maybe that's affecting your skin, and maybe that's affecting your productivity, and maybe that's affecting your relationships.
Yeah.
And if you stay on this path that you have been on, where are you going to be in 10 years? Well, you're going to be in a lot worse situation than you are now. Maybe you don't even think you're in a bad situation. You think, oh, it's okay. But maybe, just maybe, it's costing you money, it's costing you your health, it's costing you time, relationships. There's an opportunity cost for this drink that you're having. So what you seem to be saying is that, like, visualize 10 years in the future if you carry on and continue with this path.
Yeah, but this is the secret. This is what makes it all powerful. Imagine, let's say I'm in your head and I'm hypnotizing you right now. I wouldn't say that I'm hypnotizing you right now, but let's just say I'm hypnotizing you right now. And I want you to imagine also the future. What if, it's the year 2025 or 26, and you're at the bar and you're drinking water, because drinking water is something that you do. Drinking water is something that you enjoy. You really like this. And imagine what these 10 years have been like. Maybe you got promoted because you have more energy. Your finances are great because you have energy to do what you want to do. And imagine the relationships when you're showing your true personality, you know, the person that you are, you know, deep inside, because
Yes.
you can express yourself. And imagine that, you know, what your skin will look like. You know, if you've seen people like this guy, maybe this guy. who
Let's go
are-
inside here.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Imagine, you know, what people who don't drink, what they look like. Their skin, you know, is very soft.
Yeah, well, they're healthier.
Yeah.
They've got more energy. They look better. Women in particular, don't they?
Oh.
They age a lot.
Oh
when-
my God, yeah.
With alcohol use, and they're very women in particular are very conscious of the crow's feet that you get around. If the guys are as well, but to a lesser degree than women. Obviously, society puts a lot of pressure on women to look good.
Yeah.
So if you don't drink, and if you're imagining this future where you're healthy and you're feeling great and you're not drinking, you're not putting poison into you, maybe you're looking younger, maybe you look like you're supposed to look like. You're not having to like put all this stuff on your face to try and look better. So we're essentially looking at two different scenarios, right? We're just here in the foyer of the Novus Hotel here. Okay, cool. So to hypnotize yourself, you look at two scenarios. The first is, what happens if you stay on this path? Your life is not, you know, maybe in 10 years now, what's it costing you to have that nightly drink right now? And then the other scenario is, what do you get if you stop drinking or you seriously reduce your drinking from this point?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right. And also, this is something that you can do at the bar, you know, instantaneously when you're standing there in the bar and you're like deciding, well, who do I want to be in 10 years from now? The other one is that you can, you know, do this just sitting down, you know, relaxing and hypnotizing yourself. Maybe before going to sleep, you know, at a normal night, you just close your eyes and you visualize these paths.
Okay. All right. Hypnotist Erik Okovic. Where do we find you online, Erik?
Well, if you're, you know, if you're in Sweden, it's very simple. You just go on hypnosshow.se.
What is it? Hypnos Show?
Hypnos Show.
I'll put a link down below.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel right now, and share this with someone who you think could benefit from this right now. Hit the subscribe button. And thanks, Erik. I appreciate that, buddy. This was awesome, yeah. And from Stockholm, Sweden, I'll catch you on the next one.